this big mare here, she's a monster of a horse, but you'll notice a whole different attitude with her. She's not been handled very much, and she's so big. Okay, I notice she just stand there and go, I don't think you're going to move me. Now, you take your thumb and this big muscle right here, this is all muscle, okay, and it's just like your shoulders, like here, if you've ever had anybody squeeze you there. Okay, again, you don't have to jerk on. Put your finger there. Pull a little bit on the halter, but you're using mostly your thumb. Okay. Well, notice she's another one. She's never probably led anywhere. But in the pasture or even here, most of the time she'll follow you like a puppy. Okay, see, now she's going to fight this again. So we go back to our thumb. Pull her. Now look at her eyes now. They're going to get white. That's why you'll hear me and Heidi always refer to a real kind-eyed horse. You notice that whiteness, okay, that comes into her. Now you'll notice she's going to even try and walk over me here if she thinks she can. See, she's big enough to take her head away. Okay, or she thinks she can. See, so she's been a bit of a bully. And it's a lot like kids. They're allowed to get away with absolutely everything. Then they end up coming to somebody like me who doesn't take very much crap. And then people wonder why their kid's getting knocked around by somebody bigger than them all of a sudden. Now there she goes. We've had people bring us horses here that they've made into little puppies and that have turned out and hurt them. And you see, she thinks she's big enough. She thinks she's big enough. Now notice she pushes into you. She wants to keep contact with you on her neck. When I turn her away, you notice how she drops her neck into me. Okay, if she brings that face out and spins on me real fast, if I'm not ready, she's going to hit me in the head. And that would be her intent. Okay, if she thinks she could make me stop by throwing that head around. Well, there she goes. Now you can take this horse, like you see a lot of people talk about, and gosh, they see some guy in a cowboy hat or some lady and they say, gee, I can do all this and I don't ever have to put a halter on or nothing. Well, when you do ask them to do something, this is normally the outcome that they never show you. When it comes to push comes to shove and you got to work for a living, then they don't want to do anything. Call those pasture ornaments. If you want a lawnmower, they sell them at every hardware store in the country. Okay, you want a horse, it is a tool. Now you notice she's starting to carry her head a little bit lower. She's not real happy about this. She's just not sure what the outcome of a fight here would be right away. She is leading. Okay, so that's kind of a little bit of work on her. But do understand, what we're going to show you here isn't just these things about how to train a horse. It has a lot to do with how people are too, right? And if you let a child grow up without any control or any kind of putting a hand to show him how the world really is, how's he going to know anything? This horse isn't mean. She's not going to be a terrible horse. She's awfully uneducated. And people always say, how long does it take to train a horse? How long do you send your kids to college? Right? What do you want to do with them? Right? You just want to ride around and kind of have them go north when you want to go north. Well, that don't take much time. But if you want to teach them to stop and turn and neck rein and work cows or go out and be an enjoyment to every day no matter what, that takes the rest of your life. Okay? So don't think this is a 30-day project or a 90-day project. When we get these horses ready, we will put them up for sale. And whoever buys them, we're going to make sure that they're people that know about horses. If you sell one of these to somebody that knows absolutely nothing, and you know they've got a bad temperament, you may as well sell them a gun with a bullet in it and not show them how to set it off. Because that's what's going to happen, and then somebody gets hurt, and then you're going to feel real terrible for the rest of your life, but they'll never do anything with horses again. That's a crying shame. So always, you're the governing body in this. You're the steward of not just this horse, but everybody that ever comes in contact with her. Okay? So thank you kindly, folks, and we'll continue this as we go.